Mao wants to win every single day, and so far they totally dominated Season 3 of the Clan War Leagues. Welcome back to Clash of Clans action. As I said already, it's day 5. My name is Renee, I'm the host, and with me are the ones that can definitely figure out why Mao is that dominating. It's Woody and Galadon.
Well, we'll do our best, but they're definitely showing us exactly how it's done. So many 3-star attacks this week. It's been a blast to watch every single one of them.
It sure is, Galadon. Howdy, guys. My name's Woody. It's great to be back here for the Clan War Leagues. Pardon me, CWL. Today we are going to be having some of the best bases attacked by some of the burliest, heaviest armies. If you want to learn more about Clash of Clans and have a bit of fun doing it, this is the place to stay.
So far, no one was able to stop Mao, but on day 5, it is the return of the king. The enemy team and enemy clan that wants to make that happen, finally getting the first loss on the statistics of Mao. We will surely figure out if that ever happens, and if it happens today, because we will see 15 attacks of Mao, and we'll see if their defense is also enough for them to grab the win. Once again, you can grab something at home, and that's 2,000 gems over at Twitter at Clash of Clans. The Twitter poll, you just need to take part, that's it. You don't even need to know the real answer.
You gotta retweet, though. You gotta retweet.
Yeah.
You gotta retweet it, that's true. What does Mao mean in English? We're talking about their overall Chinese team name in this case, just to make that clear. So you might need to look that up a bit. It's not that easy, because there's some... let's say options. My dream to be a bean, edamame, that is like the hardest for me, I have to say, green soybean, and all of them.
Well, we know that Mao and Dao are the two first characters of the names of the founders of the clan, but when you put them together, they do mean something in Chinese. What exactly do they mean? We've mentioned it before here on stream in past days.
That's true, that's true.
I'm pretty sure we talked about that. Normally, we cover all the important topics.
Of course.
Yeah, it is Season 3. That means we're currently in a Champions 2 Sounds a bit confusing maybe, but you know, we started back then in Masters 1, Season 1, then we had Champions 3 in Season 2, and now we're at Champions 2, which is currently the highest tier of Clash of Clans Clan War Leagues. That means this team and all the other teams in the same session want to conquer Champions 1. One of these guys is LMF, and we talked with him before we actually went into this day, so let's check it out.
我的游戏名称是 LMF， 然后我出生于上海。我的部落的名称是毛豆小班。我挺喜欢这个部落的，因为这个名称是2个最早的成立者的名字缩写，觉得挺有意义的。我是2013年3月开始玩这个游戏的。一开始我觉得这个游戏非常有趣，它是一个养成类，我觉得它一开始比较像一个养成类的塔防游戏。但是慢慢玩了之后，就发现它是一个有很多不同战术技巧的一个非常有挑战性的游戏。我最大的优点，我觉得是我不局限于一样东西，我可以学习不同的新的事物、新的打法，然后不断的完善自己。2015年的时候，毛豆小班里的几个成员在 ClashCon 上得了冠军，然后之后我就觉得，既然要玩这个游戏，就要跟最好的一群朋友一起玩。
Since 2013, LMF is playing Clash of Clans, and now he's at the pinnacle competitive Clash of Clans here in the Clan War League. So far, he did very, very well in the previous attacks. As we said already, they didn't lost a single day, and I'm pretty sure they're not planning on doing it today.
Probably not. I mean, we've seen amazing attacks all the way through, innovative attacks. I mean, yesterday we saw Bat Dragon for the first time in Clan War Leagues. I heard today we're going to see a lot of different attacking strategies trying to grab those triples.
And we will start off with Sylvia once again. She is the clan leader. She decides if you're in the clan, if you get kicked out. We heard that in one of their interviews before, so you should check that out. But she will lead the first attack of her clan. Let's see what it is.
It's another Bat Dragon hit right off the bat. Spells getting deployed right out that right side compartment there to get a ton of those structures down. Unfortunately, that takes a lot of spell power though, and it's only going to leave the rest of this attack with 2 free spells and maybe 1 more clump of bats to pick out on.
Interesting that Sylvia left 1 bat spell behind. I'm not sure the strategy behind that, but it does take extremely fast fingers. In fact, they were showing me this morning how to do it. They're using the deployment, that new double deployment where the bar is shorter, the spells are slightly larger. 1 finger to deploy, 1 finger to select, and as fast as they possibly can. First the rage, then the freeze, then all of the bat spells.
While those heroes at the top side are going to get a few of those trash buildings cleared out, the main phase of this attack is coming in now toward the bottom right, going straight for that town hall. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That thing is going down, but Will should be able to claim 100%. Can these dragons do it, Gally?
Absolutely, it's a possibility, but it was a great funneling right there, and absolutely, again, going for that safe 2-star after the town hall early, making sure, and sure enough, Sylvia has the 2, obviously trying to stretch this out with 1 more bat, 1 more freeze spell. There's the freeze, beautiful on 2 defenses and the Archer Queen.
Could expect to see that bat spell used to distract the Archer Queen, but instead she's gonna keep on holding on to it, uses that Grand Warden ability to keep the dragons nice and healthy as she keeps on moving. Oh, it's the bat spell on the Inferno!
On a single target Inferno. Gotta love it. They know this is going to clinch the 3-star right here, and that's great because that obviously is going to be saving those dragons and pretty much an overwhelming triple there, Woody.
A crushing hit. Those heroes were even still alive there at the end. Very well done to the number 1 attacker from Now Dao, taking out the number 15 defender for 3 stars, 100%.
And absolutely no shame in dropping like this. This is a great strategy that they've been using all week, grabbing one of their strongest attackers. Remember, there's no dipping here because they're all 12s. She is going to drop to a slightly weaker town hall and try to set that momentum, starting the war with a triple.
That is important. We know that you want to get your team rolling. You want to make sure that they feel comfortable here in the arena and really can do their best, and Sylvia did so. 3 stars once again, and that means most of her attacks have been 3 stars, so she always delivered. Next up is 1G. Will he follow with another 3-star?
We're going to see some pretty tricky play here, Renee. I think that these 2 clone spells are going to be deployed pretty close to the center of the base to try to get as many balloons out. Yep, there they go.
Beautiful.
Electro Dragons as well to zap any air targeting defenses in this bottom compartment. That's what 1G is most worried about, Galadon.
Yep, often called Electrone. The clone spell's in before the blimp got in there, and you can see that is, again, very similar to what we saw last attack, but with a different strategy, just kind of hollowing out the core in an area of really high-value defenses.
Some great early damage there from 1G. He's able to help his balloons and lava hounds path in the correct direction now that there's a bit fewer of those defensive structures there on that bottom compartment. Going to use this Barbarian King and even the Archer Queen for a bit of cleanup along the bottom left side of this base. Might be able to snipe one of those Inferno Towers if they can get inside these walls.
Yep, and you can see again that completed the funnel because you wanted to get the rest of those structures out from, say, 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and that is going to start your lava hounds from that right-hand side. And again, watch that path. There's not a lot of place they can go. 1G knows exactly where his units are about to go.
Lava hounds cruising right toward the middle of the base, taking a ton of fire from X-bows and air defenses, but there's still another one left in tow. These haste spells are keeping the balloons right on target. They move really slowly, but they deal a ton of damage, so haste spell is a great pairing with this balloon to keep them right on top of what they're trying to drop on.
Beautiful Warden's ability right there. Protected the balloons when the Giga Bomb went off. That last haste spell, kind of alone now. The balloons have been a bit blown away by that sweeper there at the bottom of the base.
Blown away, well said indeed, Galadon, and unfortunately that's just going to leave a bit too much on the defensive side of things for 1G to be able to claim 3 stars this time. He's spread out a few more balloons along the edges to try to get some more percentage and maybe give these pups a bit of a chance to get closer to 100, but that big max Inferno right there in the bottom is going to...
You could say those balloons were swept off their feet. This defender really aired it out and prevented that 3-star, and maybe just a slight error from 1G trying to get to the core, left a few defenses up, but again, I mean, come on. You're looking at around 90% 2-star. Very few attackers in the world are going to be disappointed with something like that.
Wow, Galadon, you are out of this world, sky high with these flying puns, and it looks like 1G is going to be pretty happy with how things went here. Mao Dao giving him a round of applause as he reaches the 90% mark.
Flying ahead to a 1-star lead.
Destruction from above. That seems to be the topic of this attack. 1G managing 2 stars.
Yep, so there again we can see the balloons moving in, like Woody said, very slow, but watch that Warden ability waiting for just the right moment, going to make sure that none of those balloons are damaged by the Giga Bomb. They can move on and help clear up most of the rest of the defenses.
It worked once again pretty well for Mao Dao here in the start of a day of 5. They just seem to be so solid. They always coming back, even if they might have a bad attack, like yesterday where they did 1 star, really surprising.
I mean, that's in 4 days of attacking. You're talking about 60 attacks for one star to happen. That is just superior skill, I would say.
We're going into the ground force this time. Baron is the name of the attacker, and he is going to be bearing down on the left side of this base to start with. You might notice that these town halls are a bit farther out from the center of the base than they usually are. That's because the defenders often know that 2 stars is easy for a max attacker. They're just trying to keep the 3rd star away, and a good way to do that is to spread out the really key defensive structures and try to keep the most important juicy bits like the Eagle Artillery and the Archer Queen close to the center of the base.
And you'll also notice that that Inferno Tower is protecting that town hall, and also remember what we talked about yesterday at the end of the stream about spacing out defenses, getting them away from the walls, at least 4 spaces. Even with the outer wall broken, the Archer Queen could not possibly reach through and take down that town hall. She could get to the Inferno Tower, and that's why you see Baron is using the siege machine, the wall wrecker. I almost called it a stone slammer because it's slamming right through those walls.
This is going to be a ground attack, though. I think that Baron recognized that those air defenses spread out and kind of aligned in the center of the base were going to be really hard to target with an early hit. Instead, he's going to be going for the Hog Riders in this attack. I got to be a little bit worried, though, because he's got multi-target Infernos that he's going up against, an Archer Queen that's pretty far from this kill squad to start things off, and he's got a bunch of Wizard Towers.
He's got her attention. He's got the Queen's attention. Down goes the Archer Queen. Eagle Artillery soon behind. Great entry. The beautiful jump spell in behind that Town Hall, and that's really what allowed those heroes to get in and clear out some more key defenses. But you're right, Woody, we still have 2 multi-target Infernos, but remember, they no longer block healing. 3 heal spells in tow with these 30-something hogs.
That's a ton of hog riders, and they are going to be making a loop clockwise around this base. As soon as they get around to this multi-target Inferno and hammer that down, they'll only have really one more big target to worry about. They just have to be careful to try to avoid these giant bombs. They deal a ton of damage to hogs and can cause a lot of problems for this sort of raid.
Yep, beautiful heal spells. Watch as Baron predicts those hogs paths, drops the heal spells in front of rather than directly on the hog riders so that he can get them healed for the maximum amount of time, especially right here, critical as they're under the Inferno Tower's burn.
Hogs are staying nice and well positioned inside that heal spell, and I'm not seeing too many spring traps, not too many giant bombs. I think that the hogs might have it here. There's still quite a few defenses left, and it's getting close, Galadon. I'm also worried a bit about time failing.
Yeah, they sound excited, but I think they also realize that time is of the essence. No more cleanup troops left to be deployed. You've got a few out there. There's some goblins, hog riders, and the balloon going to get through that last defense, but you're right, Woody. A lot of structures, not a lot of time. 20 seconds and about 16, 15 structures left.
The last defensive structure goes down, and it's now a race against the clock to try to get as many percentage points as possible. Fortunately, he's got a couple of goblins down there that can do a ton of damage to the resource structures, but I'm a bit worried about these storages over on the right side of the base, Galadon. I think that they've got just a bit too many hit points and are a bit too far away to
inside those walls, and so solid one more time, 92.
It looked good, but time was running out in the end. We know that happens, especially on this level. We all know their execution of the strategy is mostly flawless, even if they go down to plan C like we saw yesterday. But hey, you only have that amount of time, that's it. If you need to switch or you just got that one hold of like a tornado trap keeping you back, that costs a lot of time.
And we've seen that it's come down to just a matter of a handful of seconds, sometimes even 1 second, making the difference between a 2 and a 3-star.
Attack 4, Ham, he's on the line.
Lonely Ham, they call him Ham, and he is number 15. Still, again, you can see at the bottom of the screen using max troops because he brought the power potion. Gotta love it. He's maxed out just like number 1 right now.
Like Renee was saying, the execution of these plans is often fantastic, right on point, but plans sometimes go wrong. That's what these traps have been able to do to a couple of the last attackers. Whenever a Tesla pops up in the wrong spot, messing up the pathing of your troops, whenever a giant bomb goes off and takes out a big chunk of troops before you expected it, that can often cause things to go the wrong way.
Gotta love it, the ability to have a base that could surprise attackers because nobody else has scouted it, nobody is checking it out, nobody is cleaning up. You really only have one chance, you only have one shot. Got to make it count, and that's exactly what Lonely Ham is trying to do right here as he's got that first star.
Lava Hound pops out of the clan castle, not doing a whole lot of damage to these attacking troops, but stunning and like preventing the Archer Queen from locking onto anything useful. She's taking a ton of damage from the defensive structures out here, but that's not the main bulk of the attack, which we now see moving in at the bottom right side of the space. Lava Hound to block for these balloons. Once again, it's an aerial raid, one of the heaviest, hardest attacks in all of Clash of Clans, and it looks like Ham is pretty comfortable with it.
You gotta love the Lava Hound. So many purposes as the Lava Hound will move in, not only go after that air defense, but of course going to draw fire from all other air targeting defenses in the area, and as you saw with the first Lava Hound, drag in those black seeking air mines, keeping them away from the very fragile balloons.
Drag in? Dragon?
Drag
Is there a dragon somewhere?
2 words, and there's another freeze spell on another 3 air targeting defenses. The last air defense is still up, however. The Archer Queen is going to get to it before it gets to those loons, and lots of structures left right in the core. Unfortunately, looks like the Archer Queen won't be able to reach out to that single target Inferno or the Wizard Tower without getting through a wall.
Hang on, but maybe these pups and minions, I thought they might have been able to get in range in time. But
this is a tough combo right here because you've got massive splash from the Wizard Tower and you've got that point, so much point damage, the strongest point damaging defense, and it looks like it is going to be another close call. Plenty of time this time, Woody.
Yeah, if it had just been one or the other, this might have been a 3-star hit. That point target defense on the Inferno burnt up the Archer Queen though, and you know, even if it hadn't been there, splash damage from that Wizard Tower would have been able to take out the minions.
All right, well, the Archer's got the Builder Hut down, so 96, so close, but just not quite there.
Not enough Ham to that attack for Ham. Fortunately, falls short. 2-star, yeah, sure.
His attack got sliced.
I like to see that.
Maybe it was half-baked.
Leave the puns to Gally.
Oh.
All right, so you could see that
doubled up on that one.
The rage spell there right after the Town Hall goes down, the Archer Queen, and of course she soaked in the ability as well, but just a tough bases. I mean, you know, you're looking at new bases almost every single day, and I know that Mao Do is talking about putting up new bases every day as well.
These guys are well prepared, and yes, they spend a lot of time building all of that, or even think about the attack. I mean, we see them each night. Like, the lights are out already, these guys are still going strong, they're still sitting there discussing their strategies, and let's hope that, at least for Yang, it now pays off, and it will be 3 stars.
And maybe just playing a bit of Brawl Stars in between those sessions.
Very
Get a little
little.
bit of steam off every once in a while.
All right, so next up, we've got number 14. They call him Yi. You can see it's YYNNNN, which is what most of the...
Yang, right?
That's Yang, yeah.
Is it Yang?
Yeah,
Yang,
oh,
I'm sorry, Yang, I got it wrong. Okay, it's Yang, not Yi. YYNNNN, it threw me off. Because that's what most of his attackers say. They're like, yes, yes, no, 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 no! As he crushes with the 3-star.
Moving in hot. We're going to be seeing mass miners in this raid. They're kind of similar to Hog Riders in the way that they go about a big ground force to spread out.
Exactly, they don't deal with walls.
Yeah.
They go under instead of over, very similar. And of course, you've got that ability to kind of dodge the Town Hall when it turns into the Giga Bomb. Right here, Archer Queen, she's going to have to deal with a couple of dragons before she gets to the Town Hall, though.
Yikes. Well, at least they're poisoned up and slowed down a bit. I'm not even sure if they got more than 1 hit off against her. And with the healers keeping her nice and healthy, I think that YNNN is going to have a good chance at starting with the 1st star and go for 2 now.
It's YYNNN. Okay, on the left-hand side, here comes your Barb King, and that means we're going to see miners right there, right after that multi-target Inferno. You see that perfect funneling. Again, narrow path. That way you know where the heal spell needs to go. Check out the jump spell as well for the Archer Queen, trying to get her in maybe after that in the Eagle Artillery, Woody.
This is a bit of an interesting deployment strategy. Yang is actually keeping all 3 of his heroes separated this time. That Archer Queen at the center popping down a lot of crucial key to defensive structures, and just as soon as she gets a bit distracted by some of these other buildings, the miners come in to join her. She'll have a little bit of a shield out in front of her, and the Barbarian King on the backside is cleaning up a lot of the trash buildings. I think we're on our way to 3 stars, potentially.
I was really hoping the Queen would go a little bit earlier to the Eagle Artillery. She's finally headed over there, and generally that's what you're going to see. The Warden is going to escort the miners, the Barb King's going to funnel on one side, then the Archer Queen's going to go in after those key defenses. Right now it's the remaining Teslas, the single target Inferno, and she doesn't have her ability, so we're about to lose the Queen for good.
Can the Grand Warden reach her?
He's down. Yep, so we lost
Might have
that
been able to
Queen.
use that ability a little bit sooner to keep her up, but he's going to hold on to it a bit longer just in case there's some big splash damage up in the top section.
How many miners, Woody? How many miners? It's hard to tell. Maybe a dozen,
plenty.
12, 13, 29,000. It's always hard to tell, except for
Plenty
there's
of
a
miners.
Warden ability, and that's going to save the King. He's going to try to get outside that single target. Oh, no, he's going to get fried. And
Well, it
now the
doesn't matter.
miners.
I think we still have enough miners. We got a few wizards on
It's
the
so
outside.
hard to tell. It's so hard to tell, but there's only really those 2 defenses that can stop him. Plenty of time right now. 3 structures left. Gotta
Come
love
on,
it. Here
keep
it comes.
up. Get that
Yes.
last one. Hammer it away.
Beautiful.
Shovel it away. Whatever you got to do to get rid of that dark elixir
Man, I
storage.
was really afraid there for a minute that Yang had dug a hole for himself. But he did a good job to finish up with a 3-star.
At least he managed to get out of that hole. If he ever got one, that's for sure. 2nd 3-star of the day with attack number 5. And up next is Jason. He will try to follow up there, but it seems to be another good day for Maldo. Let's say, like yesterday, we had the 1-star in, like in the middle of our attacks.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it happens.
it happens. Galadon says it happens to everyone.
I've done it before.
Just
I mean,
never to Galadon. I wanted to
No,
say you
I
never did, and then you did.
I believe I've 1-starred in CWL, and it's tough. I mean, that's why we talked about, and we've talked about that every season, the idea of going for the safe 2. That's really the primary goal of most of these attackers. And I think that once we get to Champion 1, we're going to see even more pressure mounted on these players, as they really are going to have to count on multiple 3-stars to stay at the top of the leagues.
Next attackers, Jason is letting that Archer Queen take a little bit of fire as these balloons soak into that top compartment and wipe away the remaining defenses up there. Stone Slammer going to get some value as well. Unfortunately, you can't benefit from that haste spell, but those balloons sure can.
Yep, and they're going to get right in on that multi-target Inferno, take it out of the way early. Lots of splash damage from that defending clan castle, though, Woody. Is that 2 baby dragons and a full-size dragon? They've made quick work of those loons.
They sure did, but I think this Archer Queen's going to be able to stand up against them, and that means that the next phase of the attack is going to be starting up shortly. Something I've noticed about this base, Galadon, is that there's a lot of kind of trash buildings and just weird, unprotected defenses out the right side. Instead, the defender is just going hard on this bottom left, hoping that this bastion of defense will be able to keep these lava hounds away, but I think Jason's off to a fantastic start. He's picked off a lot of them key structures and it's still going strong.
Right, but notice all of the air defenses are still up. The Eagle Artillery is still up, 2 Inferno Towers, and of course the key defense, the Town Hall itself, all still stand, and that's a lot of horsepower behind this base. Archer Queen is going to finish up on the right-hand side, and now notice only half the base is left, so it's a lava balloon to a half a base.
And swooping in from the top left now, going for a bit more safe of a deployment here. He'll be targeting that Town Hall very shortly, and we'll just hope that that Archer Queen can clean up the rest of the air targeting defenses out the bottom right side. Unfortunately, she's going to go down, but this tornado trap could spell trouble for the raid. These balloons getting slowed down quite a bit.
Big delay, but another air defense goes down. Haste after it. The balloons, oh, there was a Tesla on the outside. I don't think that Jason had planned on that. That dragged about 8 balloons way off. But check out that haste spell now as the Inferno. Oh, beautiful. Look at them just go one after the other after the other.
Keep going, keep going. That's the last air defense down. Oh,
there's one more.
There's still one up there in the top center.
Oh,
they just forgot about that one.
Watch him use the haste spell again. Here we go. Cross the haste spell. Got to race over there. Oh, it goes down to the Warden ahead of the balloons because the Warden was trying to assist the balloons. Remember how the Warden assists? The balloons had attacked, they had targeted that air defense, but they had not yet attacked it. The Warden's like, I got this. He takes that down. For once, he kind of shines. Instead of the follower, he's a leader. And now it looks like we've led the way to 3 stars, Woody.
Yeah, I hate to call it early, but I think that this is going to be a clean 3-star finish. Nice spread out of these troops at the very end, ensures that the balloons have just enough targets to take down this one little minion down and clutch up at the top.
Plenty of time for those, even the loons to get there. You've got the lava pups and the minions, and beautiful. Jason celebrating with another 3-star. Look at those guys.
You can't stop him. Put 3 more down, and that's going to be another solid lead for Mao Dao.
Yeah, 6 stars advantage. That's where we are right now against the return of the king after Jason's attack.
Yeah, that is significant. And again, the tornado trap right there, like Woody said, grabbing all those loons, tightening them up into a big group, but the freeze spell and the Warden's ability made sure every loon was free to go on and finish cleaning this base out.
All that tornado trap dance, we saw it. Up next is Alan. He will bring us attack number 7. And with that lead, they can feel very, very good. Obviously, you should never lead for defense, but for now it looks good.
I hate to say that Mao Dao was relaxed going into this war, but they were always focused, but they definitely felt like they had some bases that they could put the 3 stars down on, and so far it's definitely happening.
Alan's going to be using that Bat Dragon strategy just once again, letting this Barbarian King get a little bit of chip damage dealt out the top left side. Wall breakers make it through the first compartment. Usually we see the bats coming in as the very first move for the offense, but this time he's going to be hanging on to it for a little while.
Well, there's actually no dragons in this attack, so yeah, it's going to be... The bat spells are there though, Woody, and I'm curious as well, because you don't see Bat Dragon used on single target Inferno bases. This base has multiple single target Infernos, so we're likely going to see a big wave of bat spells being deployed once the defenses target the 6 Lava Hounds. 6! Half a dozen Lava Hounds. 180 troop space. How do you even deal with that much? I mean, there leaves hardly anything for regular troops.
I saw all those bat spells in the army column, and I was like, oh, it's going to be Bat Dragon again, obviously. We see Bat Dragon so frequently now, but remember, there are other ways to put this bat spell to use, and this time we're going to see them behind the big, burly Lava Hounds. We don't have any multi-target Infernos left to worry about, and so Alan's convinced that the big aerial swarm from these bats is going to be good enough. Unfortunately, this Queen's getting a lot of value on defense. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to take her down in time.
Exactly, and you also have the value of the lava pups. You want those hounds to pop. You want them to produce their pups. That's going to help out, and there's a freeze spell right on your Archer Queen, Woody, so maybe that was going to help out. The balloon's going to get in there. No. Archer Queen is just picking off balloon after balloon right now. Look at the Stone Slammer, though. Stone Slammer is still alive. So many hit points for that.
Archer Queen's the MVP on defense. Alan's failure to take her down is going to spell doom for this raid. You know, we saw a freeze spell going down on her, but she was able to pop the Grand Warden right before she got frozen. There were hardly any defensive structures that caused problems for Alan this raid. It was just the Queen who got massive value, just centered right there in the very middle of the base, and that's why we see those Queens right next to the CC so often. They deal a ton of damage, and there's something that you have to focus on.
Absolute MVP for the Archer Queen there. She did defend very well, and remember, the bat spells don't target Archer Queens, they target defensive structures.
You need to know what they target, because otherwise you sometimes just end up with missing the unit that could clean up. In this case, it was 2 stars for Alan. And LMF, we saw his video, he's up next. 2013. That's a lot of experience to throw into this Clan War Leagues, and I'm pretty sure that helps him out and his team.
Well, LMF, he's always kind of like the cheerleader for his clan. He's always there helping out with attack strategies, with base designs. I have a feeling, because he's always like, he wants to get his fellow clanmates down here. I think LMF might stand for, let's move, folks. Let's go. He wants them to get down there. He wants them to attack, be in their place way before we get started, because preparation is key for the entire Maudo clan.
It stands for something new every day. Let's see if he can, what am I trying to say? If he can live up to the hype, if he can be worthy of that nickname, he's going to be playing
we'll
today.
See. Oh, Bat Dragon. There you go. Bat Electro Dragon.
Huh.
That would be the bed attack. BED.
Oh.
Bat Electro Dragon.
I like it.
I like that. That's kind of catchy. All right, hashtag BED. But yeah, so we got the bats moving in, and look at them spread out. 16% of this base down already. And cleanup troops, Woody, down the bottom left, those wizards are going to complete the funnel because, of course, the bat spells did not take out any regular buildings.
Those bats cannot be stopped. Look, they even got made it to that air defense, but couldn't quite finish it off.
I love this. This is the first time I've ever seen Bat Electro Dragon like this. So we saw Bat Dragon multiple times yesterday, maybe 5 attacks, 3 stars, I think. Now we've got Bat Electro Dragon. I'm liking this. Electro Dragon's definitely my favorite troop at Town Hall 12.
Well, that's interesting. And, in your professional opinion, I'm curious what you think the Electro Dragons do better than the regular dragons.
Well, obviously they can damage multiple structures at once. They have a similar idea of splash damage, but it's in that chain lightning. They do move very slowly, though, and they cost a lot of housing space. Just another possible innovation here. Also, they're going to do even better against the multi-target Infernos. You can see it looks like LMF is planning on trying to take out the single target Inferno right at the top of the screen, but right now it's on the Archer Queen. She's going to need her ability or a free spell any second.
They have a ton of hit points, but it always seems that they just kind of evaporate a bit too soon. These Electro Dragons going a bit too slowly this time to be able to claim 3 stars. Not even able to take out that bottom right side Inferno Tower, but nevertheless, LMF with a strong hit here. He's going to be above 80% easy by the end of this attack, but missing out on that bottom right Inferno Tower and Air Sweeper.
Yep, last baby dragon down at the top of your screen right there, and a few more buildings going down, but tough call. I mean, again, this is not an attack that they haven't practiced. You know that they've been looking at this attack strategy. They've tried it out on friendly challenges. Anytime I open their clan chat, the friendlies are just everywhere. These guys practice day and night, and that's solid.
Let's move forward. LMF with a 2-star, 86%.
His face in his hands. How do you react like that? So an 86% 2-star. I mean, that you're talking about extremely high standards in this clan.
They definitely have them. But on the other hand, they didn't lost a single day so far. And we're talking about Champions 2 right now. It can't be higher than that in the Clan War Leagues currently. So yeah, they have high standards, and hopefully Tong will live up to them in attack number 9.
Hot fingers. Tong has been playing Clash of Clans for a very long time. In fact, he was a member of the championship team from ClashCon 2015, playing now with just 1 Lava Hound to cover for 28 balloons. An aerial attack that's going to see this Queen Walk at the bottom start to try to take out some of these air defenses.
Yep, and we've got the Blimp this time again instead of the Stone Slammer, so that should be fun to watch. The Queen Walk, and again, when we see an attack start with a Queen Walk, we immediately start thinking about time in the long run. We are going to run short of time here. How quickly are you going to be able to get that second phase in? And in comes the King and another balloon right here. Looks like they're trying to funnel the Queen in maybe after that Inferno Tower, the Eagle Artillery and the air defense kind of in that core.
Yeah, he did bring a jump spell, so you can expect to see that right next to that Eagle Artillery. If this Queen stays healthy and is able to take out the enemy Queen as well as the Eagle Artillery and the CC, then we should have a really good beginning to this attack. Still only 1 Lava Hound. You got to expect that he thinks that he's going to take out a lot of the air targeting defenses in space.
Huge value coming from the Archer Queen right here, because you can see there's so many things that she's about to clear out. Plenty of health with the healers right now, even though they're damaged. Remember, they do as much healing at 1 hit point as they do at 100%. She's going to keep moving here counterclockwise. Eventually, there it is. Here comes your Eagle Artillery in just a moment, and the Archer Queen first, because she retargeted because she got attacked by that Archer Queen.
Popping on her ability just to be a bit safe there. I think that might have been a bit hasty, but nevertheless, it's going to be a success for this Archer Queen. She killed all the key targets that she needed to go for here, and she's going to keep on going. Those healers, as you noted, not too healthy. They're taking a bit of damage, but they still are healing at maximum capacity. Finally, haste spells to get the balloons right onto the town hall for the
Freeze
first
spell.
and second stars.
Yep, freeze spell, then followed by the Warden's ability. That's going to make sure those balloons get through without taking any more damage. Onto the haste. Got to worry a little bit about that multi-target Inferno. Look at them go almost right at it. Beautiful. Oh, look at that freeze. It caught 2 Teslas and the Inferno Tower. Now, right there, I'm telling you, that is knowing your radius of spells. I mean, to know that you can catch all 3 of those defenses, even though they were so many tiles apart, that is key. Knowledge and practice is going to make you grab multiple defenses like that, and that was a huge turning point in this raid.
I think he's still got a chance at 3, but this multi-target Inferno is causing a lot of problems, and unfortunately his chances evaporated pretty quickly there. These dang healers are just useless at the bottom of the map, not doing anything to help out with this raid. I feel like maybe if he had just brought like a giant or something, placed it on the left side of the field, those healers could have been dragged over and at least have done a little bit of tanking for this Inferno Tower.
Yeah, so many more structures about to go down here at the top of your screen. That Archer Tower not going to be able to withstand the attack from these air units, but it looks like lots of hardcore defenses down there at the bottom, and that's going to stop this from being anywhere near a 3. Well, anywhere near a 3. Come on, it's 93%, okay? That's super near a 3. Let me correct myself. That's a lot closer than a 3 than I usually get, but, you know, it's okay.
But you're not part of this
Not
team. That's it.
Jealous or anything.
You don't need to help them out. But that was only a 2-star, and so far, like, let me have a quick look. 1, 2, 3 stars we have.
Quick replay, there's that freeze and the Warden's ability right there, keeping those balloons up. That is absolutely key. Not just timing the Warden's ability, Woody, but getting the Warden to follow that right path.
That's right, Galadon. You can't tell these troops where to go after you've deployed them. You just got to hope and pray that they have the right mindset and are tracking on the correct clump of units. Turns out that the first half of this attack went perfectly, but you got to be able to finish them off, and that last Inferno Tower out back was causing just a few too many problems.
At least that Inferno Tower paid off for the defense, that's for sure. Setting was correct, and it stopped Maldo from getting another 3-star. HH up next, attack number 10.
All right, so number 11, HH, going against their 4th strongest base. And you'll notice right away that almost every single base we've seen today is fully maxed out or near fully maxed out. This time you've got 1 multi, 2 single target Infernos, so no bat spells, nothing too tricky here. It looks like some straight Bow Witch with a pair of jump spells.
Okay, yeah, that'll get those ground troops nice and close to the center of the base. We are starting off in the bottom here, and this Queen is doing a good job taking out her enemy. Unfortunately, that usage of the ability there is going to leave HH with a little bit too little firepower on the back end. Maybe these P.E.K.K.A.s and Bowlers and Witches can make up for it, though.
Yep, you do see that Archer Queen facing the opposing Archer Queen. When you're facing a level 60 Archer Queen, you'll see they very often are going to be forced to use that ability or a freeze spell simply because the offensive and defensive output of a maxed out Queen is just, it's crazy.
Oh, yikes, these healers are taking a ton of damage. A big Seeking Air Mine pops down one of them, and the air defense is still going hard on them, forcing out that Grand Warden ability, even though there's not a whole lot firing against these troops. And the dragons in the clan castle are not what HH wanted to see. They are going to be breathing fire on a ton of ground forces, and it's taken a while for this Archer Queen to make it in to take them down.
Luckily, she did come in with them, though, and she's going to take the second dragon out, allowing those bowlers to move. But look at that on the far side of the base now. Great pathing because they've gone out after that Expo and after that last Inferno Tower. It falls, and that's significant. I mean, that's a good development, but top of the base, lots of defenses. You still have over a third of this base left.
Yeah, typically you want to see those P.E.K.K.A.s go into the core with the rest of the raid, just kind of letting the Barbarian King do a little bit of cleanup on the outside to help with the funneling there, but not this time. HH is losing a lot of his forces, and the split attack here is not helping him out at all.
Check out these P.E.K.K.A.s right here. They need a lesson in wall breaking from El Primo because they cannot, I repeat, punch through a wall anywhere nearly as fast as El Primo. Again, hashtag save El Primo. He needs to stay. I want to see him as a permanent troop in this game. Okay,
Back good word with the dev team. Maybe we can get El Primo to stick around a bit longer.
Love that
it's
guy.
Christmas. You deserve a present, Galadon.
Well, everybody deserves a present, and right now HH trying to steal that 3rd star out of MOR's stocking, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Too many defenses left right here, and we just lost the Archer Queen, and that's going to spell doom for the rest of this raid.
This god darn healer locked onto the Grand Warden the whole freaking
Grand
time.
Warden, though. That
Get
Grand
back
Warden.
on the Archer Queen. She does way more damage. The Grand Warden didn't even follow the main clump of the raid. There's P.E.K.K.A.s and Witches and all sorts of stuff up on top. But instead, he was just paired up with his girlfriend.
Well, the Grand Warden's looking over at the P.E.K.K.A. going, do you even lift, bro? He's like just crushing building after building, but you know what? Of all things, it's going to be a time fail, Woody. The Wizard Tower is just about to go down to the Witch, and we're looking at, unbelievably, there's at the bottom of your screen as well, another Tesla, 96%.
That is cutting it close. Maybe even just one more balloon, and that could have been victory for HH. Mao is reeling from that, but nevertheless, going to give a round of applause to their teammate. Came super close to getting the 3 stars on that base.
Yeah, that is so good to hear the support from the clan. You know, they realize that not every attack can be a 3. Check out this jump spell, spanning 5 different compartments, Woody.
Lots of different compartments, and that is a very valuable jump spell. You often want to try to get as many ground troops as close as you can to those defenses, and when you can't break through the walls, send in the jump spell.
Strategy, execution. Obviously, we heard about spell placement, how important it is to know that, know the range of every spell. We see it here so often, and sometimes we say, oh, that was a perfect placement. And it becomes so common because we nearly never see it being completely wrong, but believe us, that is a hard job, not the easy at all. And next up will be Lala. Let's see if there's more of that great and awesome placement.
Quick
Now
look.
Joe is ahead of their opponents right now. Oh, hang on, is that El Primo?
That's El Primo. I'm so excited right now. There's an El Primo in this attack. Gotta love it. But I'm sorry, Woody. Yep, you're right. They're ahead.
Yeah, they're
Building on
ahead.
their lead.
Their opponents, loosely translated as Return of the King, have only been able to get 2 stars per hit so far. Mao with 3 star hits to their name is actually ahead even before this attack began. Let's see if Lala can keep the pressure up though and ensure a victory. We can definitely expect the Return of the King to probably close out with another 2 attacks or 2 stars per hit, probably around
At least. And now check out the entry right here as this Archer Queen is going to dive into this base. Obviously now she can reach that multi-target Inferno. She can reach the defending Archer Queen. She can go after the Eagle Artillery, all from within the enclosure that she's in right now. And in comes the Stone Slammer, causing damage, dropping like a hammer.
Poison spell right on those CC troops. Actually misses one of the witches, and that could cause a little bit of trouble for this queen. She's able to pop them down pretty quickly and finally makes it to the last enemy. No jump spell for her left in this composition, but she can reach that Eagle Artillery. And
but look at the Stone Slammer. It's a bad mamma jamma. All the way down to the Town Hall, going to deploy right there on that Town Hall. And I'm telling you right there, you could not cram any more troops into the bottom of this base as the balloons move in. I realize that one was really bad. That's okay. Balloons move in. 2nd star Town Hall goes down.
Whamma bamma. Those balloons are not having it today. Tornado Trap trying to suck them all in, but they are floating high and far away. That Archer Queen still at full hit points as well, is right in the main compartment of this base and is tearing down these air targeting defenses. Haste spells keeping the balloons close to their enemies, and I think this is going to be 3, Gally.
Looking good. Archer Queen on those last 2 expos. Look at the balloons with the haste spell. Another haste spell. They're going to blast to the right-hand side first. That's just fine, though, because Lala knows that he's got more than enough troops to wrap up the 3. The Archer Queen's going to go over here, smash this air defense, and it's all over but the crying.
So much time left. Still another balloon in the army composition. You think he's going to hold on to that, or is
Swagloon?
Swagloon somewhere?
Gotta love it right there. Lala absolutely not singing a Christmas carol of happiness. Stars is seeing stars. 3 of them.
La 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 la. 3 stars and 100%. Congratulations to Mao coming clean with another victory in this attack.
Mao not willing to give any presents to their opponent. The Return of the King, yeah, the king came back and went right into the grave.
He's finding coal in his stocking. That's it, America.
Yeah, I know. Okay. All good, Mr. Center.
We get lots of coal.
Gala Center.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, well, that's what Mao Do's trying to deliver right here, and it looks like we've got another attack underway already.
Okay.
We do. Talent is up next. That's attack number 12. Don't miss it.
Attack number 12, Talent 12th on the roster, going against number 2, 2nd most upgraded base. And check it out, kind of another unusual base, but all single target Infernos. But this time we're not seeing any bat spells.
I was talking a little bit to some of the Mao players, and they were telling me that Talent actually looks like El Primo in real life. So maybe we can expect some dress-up competition next Halloween.
There you go, as Talent's moving in. And this time, instead of 1 El Primo, we've got 1 Miner. 30 Hog Riders, looking forward to that. And obviously, Hog Rider, kind of a good choice up against a single target Inferno because they should be able to quickly overwhelm it once they get within range.
Starting off nice and slow here, just making sure that the funneling has gone appropriately. Transitioning out into the wall wrecker. There's not a whole lot of defenses to target it while it makes its way into the town hall. Cruising through these 2 layers of max level walls.
Yep, getting those walls down, getting in before it gets targeted by the single target Inferno. Another thing that a lot of these attacking players will do, scout out a base, and a key strategy here, click on the defenses. Watch where that defense is going to reach out, and you'll know exactly how long or how far a troop can go before it gets targeted by something like a single target Inferno.
Talent envisions his success before each attack, and that helps him get the perfect planning and execution for each hit. That's a massive rage spell right there in the center as these troops are finally starting to funnel in and take care of a lot of the core squishy structures in this base. If they can make it to the Eagle Artillery, you know that they're going to be cleared for that 3-star hit, Galadon.
And 3 heal spells remain. You can hear the chatter over there right now. Here come the Hog Riders on the right-hand side. They're moving down there. A lot of them are taking a lot of damage.
Heal, heal, heal!
Well, you've got more at the bottom of the screen as well, right here. There's a bunch of them, and now watch, he's going to try to see if they'll converge.
Oh, no.
He's lost most of the ones on the right, but some of the ones on the left also fell to spring traps.
I can't believe it. He just needed 1 heal spell right there, and the Hogs would have been happy. They would have been on their way to crush the rest of this base, but a really dangerous spot right out there next to that Expo. A giant bomb and a bomb tower right next to each other, dealing a ton of damage to these poor porcine fellows.
Yeah, don't forget that the bomb tower, when it goes down, leaves a bomb behind. That combined with a giant bomb is going to almost wipe out any Hog Rider pack. And even though he had 2 separate packs of Hog Riders, you're right, Woody, could not get the value with the heal spells.
Now, what are you going to do with this spare heal spell? You're just going to give it to this balloon real quick? All right.
No
fine.
splash right there.
Yeah.
Balloon gets a couple more structures. And again, just, you know, these guys, even though they're so far ahead, making sure they grab every single building. Because remember, especially in your clan war leagues at home, it's not about just the individual war, it's about the war overall score at the end of the week.
That's right. You want as many stars as possible and then as much destruction percentage as you can get. Decent hit for you from Talent. We've seen better from him in the past, and I'm sure in the next couple of days we'll see him again.
He sacrificed those Hawk Riders. No heal for them. Decided to put that on the loons, and it seemed like that was the first real... I don't want to call it misclick, but you know what it means. Like, that was the first action that you guys called out that was like, okay, was that a mistake? Did he overlook that? Wasn't he confident enough to put it in the right place to get all of them?
I think the pathing just went a little bit wrong there. He had hoped that those Hog Riders, even though they're deployed maybe in 2 spots, are going to come together and kind of converge, and so that 1 heal spell can catch them all. Didn't work, unfortunately.
We don't see many errors from Maldo. They are an experienced clan, and they are often right on the ball. We have seen a few misses with the Archer Queen abilities and stuff like that, but it's hard to mess up a Bat Freeze Rage spell.
Bat Dragon, here we go again. Bat Dragon, watch those bats move out. Gonna get that air defense on the right-hand side. Wizard Tower causing problems on the left, but they're still deploying. Ooh. And great use right there. 12%, maybe not exactly as far as you'd like them to go. Archer Queen still up, and the Eagle Artillery.
I just gotta wonder why, if the bats respond right here, did they go over here to the cannon instead of right here to the air sweeper, which could actually cause some problems for this raid.
Yeah, we can only go back and look and see where the defenses were placed and exactly where those bat spells were placed. Sometimes it is tough to predict with that many defenses that are that closely packed.
Archer Queen out here with no cover. Unfortunately, she's taking a ton of damage from that surprise Tesla trap out there, and that might be...
Oh, check out the freeze! Check out the beautiful freeze. That was, I think that was an ice golem out of the siege machine that froze right there, and that helped that Archer Queen clutch the town hall.
Well, Perry did bring some free spells, and I think we might get to see another one a bit later. It's up to these dragons now, spread out along the bottom right side of the space to clean up for 3. I gotta say, Galadon, I'm not feeling too happy about this so far. I think that it could be a bit tricky as the dragons start to kind of funnel out toward the left side of the base.
Yep, the funneling completed by the Barb King at the bottom there, making sure that the dragons, again, talking about following that narrow path, but like we saw earlier, a live defensive Archer Queen can be the bane of almost any troop's existence. Now they're going to try to get in and get after her. The dragons are going to target her. Good use of the Warden's ability right there. That's going to stop her damage and the damage from the Inferno.
Seems like we might have some targets in the CC that, or some troops in the CC rather, that only target ground troops. I saw one baby dragon come out, but if there's only ice golems in there and they can't hit air troops, they're just going to stay inside until that CC gets burnt up.
Yep, and the Barb King isn't going to get close enough to activate it either. Now the dragons have taken it out. So you're right, Woody. Had there been ground targeting troops in there, they're gone now. They cannot activate because he's taken the clan castle out of the picture. These dragons, however, have a lot of defenses on the left-hand side of this base to face.
Multi-target Inferno's getting some pretty good value, burning up 3 of those dragons out there. We still have 1 healthy dragon up at the top, not doing a whole lot of work. Just kind of stuck on that gold storage. I just think that this air defense out the left side is going to be too much for these dragons to handle. It does a ton of damage, and it's already locked onto its first target.
Yep, air defense, multi-target Inferno, Archer Tower, Wizard Tower, and a Tesla down there. We're just about to 90%, but I think the LP was really hoping to have a little bit more left in the tank at this point in the raid, maybe because the bat spells didn't quite clear out as many defenses. The pathing, again, hard to predict when you're dropping in such a crowded, congested area of the base. Final
nice hit
time
overall,
countdown.
but yeah, the timeout is not going to let Alperiod manage to get 3 stars this time. Nice attempt, but that one little air defense causing a bit too much trouble. I think that air sweeper in the center might have actually hurt them a bit as well, slowing down the dragons through their entry in the base.
92%. Another 2-star for LP here. They got another 2 attacks left, and one of them will be done by Yi. You can see him here on the camera, getting ready for his attack. That is attack number 14 of day 5. The Clan War Leagues Season 3. Here we go.
Maldo is clearly far ahead of Return of the King at this point, 30 stars to 28, and they've got still 2 more attacks to follow up with. The next one we're going to be seeing from Yi is going to be another Mass Dragon hit using that Bat Hat
Bat Dragon.
Right off the bat.
Bat Dragon, and again, it's all about the fast fingers. These guys were showing me how to be fast on these spells because you got to drop this freeze, you got to drop the rage, you got to drop the bat spells in there before the freeze and the rage wear off. Got to get them in, get them after all those defenses, and you got to worry about the key defenses, splash damage and stuff like that. Then you have the Arch Queen. They're not going to target the Arch Queen. They're going to move around and go in the other direction. Woody, where are they going?
Auctioneer Galadon has entered the arena. Fantastic commentary. I think that I don't even know what was happening in the left side of the compartment, but a lot of those key buildings did go down. A nice early hit with those bat spells, getting that freeze right where he needed to keep those splash damage attacking buildings off of his bats.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you still have that Archer Queen up in the top.
Look at the rest of the funneling happening. You got balloons and a baby dragon on the left-hand side. Here comes the main part of the attack because the Barb King has funneled on the right. And the Stone Slammer coming in with the Warden. Again, I hate to say it, but watch that path right there. This is something that is really elementary for a solid 3-star attack, keeping those units controlled so you don't have a mystery as to where they're going.
All right, we do have that Grand Warden helping out the biggest clump of troops down here in the south central area of the base. The first star is about to be claimed as we reach the 50% mark, and the second star right after with that Town Hall going down. An early good beginning here for Yi as he gets the 55% and has quite a few dragons off. But this Archer Queen's still up. I think that's just going to spell doom for this raid. She does a ton of damage to dragons, Gally.
2 free spells left, though, and there's some great value to be gotten by a free spell right in the center if you freeze a couple of Expo, Wizard Tower, Inferno Tower as well. Tesla Farm out on the outside, and now a Tornado Trap. It's going to stall those dragons, and you're right, Woody. This is a tall order to triple this base from
Brutal
this point on.
Tornado Trap. If those Teslas had not been there, those dragons might have been able to just kind of cruise around for a bit while they made it through that section of the base. But with that damage from the Teslas, I think that that is going to end things off not in Yi's favor. He does still have 1 more free spell, but he's got to grab.
Archer Queen.
He's got to grab both that Inferno Tower and the Archer Queen. He is going to be able to do it.
Look at that, 2 defenses. He got the Expo and the Inferno Tower and the Archer Queen. Talk about a masterful knowledge of your free spell, your spell deployment right there. But again, not quite enough, but there was a quick lesson on knowing the range and the radius of your spells.
He pulled off what he could here, and what he could get was pretty close to 80%. This Grand Warden might be able to take down a CC and maybe 1 more structure as he's kind of popping away with that big light staff of his.
I'm telling you, 82 solid. And up top of your screen, 1 more minion.
Yep.
Still working hard. Again, grabbing every building that they can. Again, an attack that by any standard is super solid.
Still a bit of disappointment visible, I would say, on the face of Yi there, but still not a bad attack at all.
Well, with that hit, we have clinched victory now. Another 2 stars for Maldo means that they are at 32. And even if Return of the King did manage to get a 3-star in their last hit, that would leave them with only 31. Congratulations to Maldo. With only 14 attacks, they have won their next clan war and will be progressing even further in this Season 3. They've now gone 5-0, Galadon. What's their victory lap going to look like here with Pekin?
I'm telling you, they have just been dominant so far, and we're going to watch Pekin, the last attacker of the day, 15th attack, and again, 32 stars, but they were up against a very serious clan. These guys did not miss step. Look at 15 attacks and 30 stars. For almost any clan, that is considered a success, but for Mao Do, they're always striving for the 3, this time again with Bat Dragon one more time.
A glorious free spell right in there, unfortunately taking a bit of damage from that air bomb, but taking out also another air defense and going after the eagle now? What is going on? These bats cannot be stopped!
Look at them go. They take out the eagle. They're going to work on that Inferno Tower as well.
Wow.
That was huge value right there from that Bat Dragon. 38% of this base down as well as the heroes are starting to work. And now, again, you've got 11 dragons to try to come in and take out just over half this base.
I don't know if I can imagine dragons not being able to finish this thing off. It does look a bit dicey with this multi-target Inferno. And why would you send the dragon after the elixir?
Well, imagine those dragons moving in. The lightning and the thunder from these dragons on the right-hand side is just overwhelming. You got a Tesla farm in there. Here comes the Stone Slammer. Again, talk about a safe 2-star. Bottom of your screen, the Stone Slammer is coming in and is pretty much guaranteeing a victory against that Town Hall for the 2nd star. Notice also, was that an earthquake spell? No, that's just the damage. That's just the earthquake caused by the Stone Slammer that wiped out that Town Hall.
It does not go down easily, and even when it does, it shakes the whole arena. This Barbarian King doing some fantastic cleanup work on the outside as these dragons are facing very little resistance from the remainder of the space.
Look how relaxed Pekka looks. He's like sitting back. He's on his phone. He's like, yeah, he's got a little shout out there for somebody as he's getting ready to completely crush this base.
This is my face whenever I get 3-starred by Bat Dragon.
That's what he just did right now. He's like, yeah, you know, another triple. Wow, your cleanup hitter, your last batter up.
That's exactly how you finish it out, right? I mean, couldn't be any better than that. Just like, 3 stars. Just to let you know, guys, we could have done that.
You know. And
you have a very high opinion of yourself, Renee.
I'm telling you, that just so cool to watch the beginning of this attack, Woody. Like you said, look at him go after that Eagle Artillery. Inferno Tower, almost impossible to get down, even with a big group of bats that have come from a distance. And yeah, you know, I want to see those two next to each other. Pekin and that little snowman going.
Did you get one of the snowman obstacles, Galadon?
Of course.
Oh, I wish
and the shovels that came with it.
Hey, that's a nice pickup. I love moving around those obstacles to the very edge. You know, I've been collecting those holiday obstacles
first Christmas tree
since
today.
like
I got my first
2014.
Christmas tree. Got my first Christmas tree.
That's great.
But speaking of Christmas trees, Renee's standing over there with one of the members of Mao Do.
Chris, what?
I'm not a Christmas tree yet, but you remind me that I need to buy one. 24th is coming quick. But I'm here with Jason to talk about day number 5. And Jason, you got 3 stars, which means you couldn't have done any better. But in the end, that was very close. The Return of King seemed to be one of those super strong opponents, right?
那你是打到了3星嘛？那可是觉得今天好像对战的部落好像蛮接近的。那你觉得他们很强吗？
蛮接近的。
就说开头的时候好像他们的表现不错嘛。对。
我觉得首先啊，我今天是有一个特别重要的事情，我要先讲一下，那就是我要替二姨跟伯爵说一声“狗伯爵生日快乐”，然后再讲一下对面的对手吧。我觉得今天的对手很聪明，他们很多阵的援军都不一样，每个阵有一些是狗小龙，有一些是双龙，还有一些是女巫，这个很聪明，根据阵不一样，给我们造成很大的困扰吧。但是我们都完成得很好，灵机应变得很好，然后对面的实力也是挺不错，非常强，但是我们很好的拿下了比赛。
First of all, I would like to, on behalf of my clan and on behalf of I would like to wish our clan member, Bojue, a very happy birthday. And secondly, yes, I think the opponent was very smart today because they had very different troop types in the reinforcement in the clan castle, and so that caused a bit of a hindrance to us. But I think we still managed to, beat them today, so it shows like, our performance was pretty well today.
You guys definitely overcame that once again, no matter how hard the struggle was. But how many more defenses can you guys put up? I mean, that's day 5. We got 7 in total. Do you still have enough resources left to make sure that you can go through with that streak until the end and get 7 out of 7?
那可以说是连续打了5天都是胜利的。那你觉得接下来的2天你们有信心？还有你们还有什么其他的阵或者是资源可以放出来的吗？
前面的5场，非常幸运吧，都拿下了比赛。 然后也有几场对手实力比较强，不过他们也有失误。那接下来2天呢，我希望可以遇到一个比较精彩的比赛，我希望对手会好好发挥，这样我们会更有斗志，会打起来会更精彩。那至于资源的放送的话呢，这个得问我们的首领了。
I think for the next few days, I hope to be able to meet a clan that has put in even more preparation work, and so we want to put up a good fight, so it's more competitive, so it'll be fun for us as well. And I think in regards to different layouts and strategies, we have to ask our clan leader.
That sounds great. They still sound like they will do 7 out of 7. They say they can do it. We hope so, but that means even longer nights probably for the team and prepare, because these guys are planning every single second of what we're doing over here. I really need to get that Christmas tree now, so I go back to Galadon and Woody.
The Christmas tree. Thanks, Renee. Oh, man, I'm going to tell you, did you catch the little dig there? Like, we want to hear even more prepared opponents. We wanted stronger bases, stronger attacks. These guys are ready for anything, Woody.
Bring
anything.
it on. You know what? They're #1 right now in this Clan War League season, and they're starting to cement their position to advance into Champions League 1. They're at the top right now. They still have 2 more days and could fall if they don't stay on the ball. But I think that Mao Do is going to be looking good.
And standing tall.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so let's check out the
Over
group
to the
right now.
standings.
Speaking of standings, there's a segue that works, Renee.
Woo.
And Mao Do leading by 33 stars right now. 6,684% damage. That's almost incomprehensible. That's a lot of damage.
That sure is a big number. I don't know if I can count that high.
I mean, they're over 600% ahead of second place right now.
They sure are, and with this war win, they'll get another 10 stars stacked right on top of that. Mafia Ran Tao is going to be coming in pretty hot after this next war, and they do have a winning record so far. Could put up a little bit of a fight tomorrow, but well done so far. They're standing tall in this stage. Why don't we go ahead and look at the rounds next, Galadon?
Okay.
We're going to see how everything has been going so far today and what matches we can expect tomorrow.
Yep, so round 5, again, you can see that we put up, I say we because I was kind of hanging out with them earlier. Mao Do, okay, I'll give them all the credit. Mao Do put up 35 stars today. I mean, an incredible performance by any standards. You're against all Town Hall 12 bases, and most of them are all of them are really well prepared. Some of them even maybe new designs we'd never seen before. 35 stars, 5 3-star average, that's crazy.
Yeah, the enemy's Return of the King were able to frustrate a few of these offensive attempts, but nevertheless, Mao Do never left a base without taking at least 2 stars away. Great job today, and I'm sure we'll see great attacks tomorrow.
Yeah, I just wonder how should that continue? It's like that. It's Champions 2. These guys are just going stronger and stronger and stronger. Does that mean after Champions 1 there will be Talent 1 and they play against us?
Yeah, in your
no, we were like
I don't know if you deserve
we
the
were like
same
bronze
tiers,
4,
though.
I think is where
I thought
we
it
had
was
us
plastic.
placed. We were bronze 4. And yeah, so I mean, only about 1,000 clans get to go to Champion 1 this first season that it's possible. Will there be a league above champions at some point? I don't know. I mean, these clans are amazing. And a lot of these guys, I feel like, could 3-star just about any base out there.
Probably they could. They needed it today. Yes, they got so many 3-stars, I can't even count it because I don't have enough fingers available anymore to make that happen. Unfortunately, I have no calculator on the desk either. So, no statistics for that. Never mind. But how about honorable mentions, Woody?
I'd be happy to share one with you, Renee. An honorable mention from today, a 3-star performer. We're going to take a look right now at Lala using El Primo. Galadon Saber character.
This again is one of my favorite attacks and beautiful. Again, an unusual base. You see the Inferno Tower set right at the bottom there, the Town Hall, and again, starting out with the Queen Walk. But yes, as long as El Primo's there, remember, hashtag save El Primo. I want to see that trend everywhere, okay? Everywhere that's legal. Like,
where would it
make
be illegal to
Well, like
say
spray paint, but you could like make your walls say it. I mean, you could tweet it. You could post it in the forums. You could
You know what you gotta do? You
rename your
gotta get
player to it.
You gotta get it in your forehead in like a
Okay, I tell you what. I'm gonna
Save El
do.
Primo.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna rename myself Save El Primo.
That's gonna be your new name?
Yes.
All right, Save El Primo. It's
Yes.
It's an interesting
Yes.
name. It's a
All
bit
right, in
long.
the
I'm not
meantime,
sure it's my favorite.
Lala saving El Primo right here
Respected choice,
until
David.
late in the raid. And we'll see where the Stone Slammer again heads as it goes down kind of the right-hand side of this base. And again, talking about going for a safe 2, but always, always they've got 3 stars in mind. There's never an attack here that we saw today, or probably even this entire week, where a member of Mao Do thought, I'm going to go get 2 stars. They're all like, I'm going to make sure I get 2. I'm going to try to get 3.
Stone Slammer makes it right on top of that Town Hall at the bottom, and you're going to see it going down very shortly. Balloons get a ton of damage, and there's even a dragon hiding in that Stone Slammer as well. Free spell right there on top of the Town Hall. Missed some of those Teslas, but you know what? It got the job done anyways. Lala progressing through the center of the base with that Archer Queen walk going really long this time.
Yeah, the Queen staying alive through the core of this base is one of the keys to success in an attack like this. If the healers stay on the Queen, she's going to get so much value. She's going to come in, and even late in a raid, she'll be taking out key defenses right as the balloons kind of path in that direction. That's exactly what happened here, and that's part of the reason that Lala crushed this base.
Look, Archer Queen does a ton of damage, and if you're able to keep her pathing on the right side, if you're able to keep those healers right on top of her, there's nothing that can stop her from tearing this base apart except time. Time has slowed things down a bit, but she does so much damage. If you keep her on the field long enough, you're going to get the 3 stars.
Exactly, and here she comes taking that last defense. A lot of players will say, hey, I don't know where my heroes are going to go once they get into the core of the base, but a lot of it comes down to which troops you deploy where. Knowing the pathing of all the troops helps you know how to keep the healers on the Archer Queen just when she needs it most.
Plan, and then go back to the drawing board and plan it all again. If you don't have a good plan, you're not going to get those 3 stars. Mao Do showing us how it's done once again, and Lala coming in for the honorable mention today with a 100% attack.
That was definitely an impressive attack, and Mao Do, one of the most dominant clans out there in Clan War Leagues, which means you guys should definitely know more about them, learn from them. So that's why our Twitter poll this time was actually a question about them, and it was worth 2,000 gems for one of the lucky participants out there. So over at Clash of Clans, we ask you guys, what does Mao Do mean in English? Obviously, we didn't talk about Mao Do like that short form that we use, because it's obviously the starting letters of the 2 founders of the team. That's why it's Mao Do. But there's more to it, more to the whole name. So the options you had were my dream to be a bean, green soybeans, or edamame, or all of them. That were the options, and I leave it to the experts of Chinese teams to tell me which one is correct.
Well, in my 30 minutes of studying Mandarin before this stream, it turns out that Mao Dao Zhaoban, the entire name does mean my dream to be a soybean, but Mao Dao just means edamame, or green soybean, so it's all the above.
But again, it's so cool. The idea that this clan, every single player in the clan has changed the first 2 characters of their name to be that of the 2 female founders of the clan. I mean, this Clash of Clans has always been a social game that brings people together, but talk about the dedication for every single member of the clan to change their name. Man, it just gives me goosebumps. I love to see this kind of clan unity, and anytime you see that in Clash of Clans, it just makes me happy.
You do love name changes, don't you, Galadon? I mean, Save El Primo. That's your new name, right?
He just waits for a
I'm doing it.
I won't
I've got my game right here. I'm going to change my name immediately.
Live
after
on
this
stream right now?
I'll do it.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Be my guest.
Yeah, I'm just worried that you will ask a community that they all change their name, so it starts with Gala.
No, Save El Primo. Everybody
El
needs
Primo.
to change their name to hashtag
Right.
or Save El Primo.
Well, we don't know if we can save him now, so won't go that way. But obviously we need an MVP of Mao Do on day 5, so here he is. The Master of Destruction returns. It is Pakin getting his 2nd MVP title. The weapon of mass destruction, basically. He is just unstoppable so far. Seems very good. 2nd MVP title. That is something to look for. I mean, you still have some days that you didn't really change the name. So Woody's just leaning over. Is like, did you really change that name?
Just
But let's focus on Pekin's attack, because this guy, he's not only one of my favorite players in Mao Do. I mean, the guy's got such a personality. He's been such a help to me. He's helped me with war attacks, and then to watch him grab MVP 2 times already in the 5th day, and it's no surprise with what is my favorite attack right now and the attack that I tried today in CWL, Bat Dragon.
There they are. The bats are coming in hot. Free spell is keeping them nice and cool as well. They're going all sorts of left, right, up, down directions, taking out air defenses, taking out wizard towers, going even all the way up to the Eagle Artillery.
Clutch freeze right there. Do you see the clutch freeze stopping the Inferno Tower? That means that the bats get it, that Expo, they get into the Eagle Artillery as well. They can't get the Inferno Tower down, but that is just...
down on this wizard tower.
It's massive. I'm telling you, those guys go everywhere. And again, the heroes with the bats, you're talking about 40% of this base already down. And talk about the funnel of funnels here, Woody. Look what's left. Just this slice of the base for the dragons to head down. You got 11 dragons. Now notice there's a little bit of a backup here. Pekin drops in the balloon and the dragon on the left to take care of that storage unit and that single multi-target Inferno. It was one Inferno, so it was a single Inferno, but it's multi-target. You see what I did there?
Oh, I did, yeah.
Okay. So the dragons, here we go. Tesla farm on the right-hand side. The funnel, super effective though. Watch right here as you see this dragon working on that Inferno Tower. It takes it out of the way. I mean, that's knowledge. That is, you have to study this game. The average player doesn't know that. These are little nuances of Clash of Clans that come with years of practice. The idea that you can take out a storage and an Inferno Tower with just a balloon and a dragon? This is like mind-blowing. I love that stuff.
Yeah, but he killed half the base with just his spells and heroes.
Of course.
Half of the base.
That too, but see, that's just
50%
it.
without dropping a single troop.
Macro management and micro management, both combined, and here's what you get, MVP. The attack should have ended right there. It would have been like absolutely perfect, you know, but okay, there it is. Here's what you get, MVP.
Your timing wasn't
love the face of this one, yeah.
The timing wasn't as spot on as Maldo's timing, but I give you that. The point was there. It was definitely not bad at all. That means we have our MVP as a set Pekin. That's his second title already as MVP, and Maldo keeps this streak alive. We will see if they also keep it alive in terms of the Clash Challenge, because today we will return to that format, and it is categories. So, I don't need to explain to Woody, but I will explain to everyone else, and also Galadon.
But he does need to explain to Galadon. Thanks, Renee.
No, I thought it's just not necessary, because you know everything.
Woody knows, but Galadon doesn't.
It's we give the team or the player a letter, and he has to answer to specific topics, and as soon as he gives one answer to that topic, he's allowed to deploy a unit. That does not mean like one unit, it can be basically the tap. So this time, the categories are country, city, color, animal, name, and anything in Clash of Clans. That can be feature, a unit, a play style, whatever. Everything that has to do with Clash of Clans.
So it's a regular attack, but before I can place any units, I have to give you an answer in the category you've chosen with a word that starts with the letter you've chosen.
Yeah, so that means if you got G, and your answer to anything from Clash of Clans is not G Runner, I will surrender immediately and you're out of it.
I don't know, I've never seen a G Runner in the game. He has been around for a few clan wars in the past couple of months, though. Yeah.
He does, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, I'm training up a few last troops here for this challenge, because I want to have
Renee in the show more
like a variety of troops for this
challenge. You can try under R as well.
Oh.
You will play. So Galadon, that means you're the referee.
Who?
You.
Who?
Oh, El Primo.
Thank you.
You are the
One more
referee.
time?
Save El Primo.
El Primo. Save El Primo.
Check it out. Co-leader of Lost Phoenix. # save El Primo.
So you are a referee. Could
Okay.
you just move around? And obviously, you will play against Maldo, so just saying that
Okay.
They're really good.
This is going to be tough.
I mean,
so
they're
I'm
good
the
at the
judge?
game, but...
Wait, so I get to judge both Woody's responses and...
Yes, and that they don't touch the pad too often. But we don't give you this hammer that you normally use in the US.
The band hammer?
Yeah. The band hammer.
I never use the hammer on my...
while I'm playing
I never
Clash.
use a hammer on my iPad with Clash of Clans.
No, in court.
What is
You're
this
the
attack?
judge.
Oh, the gavel.
What am I looking at here?
There you go.
That's your army,
That's your
Woody?
army.
I gave you a little bit of everything. Dragons, baby dragons, lava hound, bowlers, wizards, balloons, and anybody want to guess what the last troop that I trained up was? That's right.
7
El
El
Primo.
This attack strategy was designed by someone very special. And I haven't seen anything like this in the game, but you know what? I'm going to make the best of it. Galadon, you can't stop me with your strange army composition.
I will give you a
I'm not trying to stop you.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you. I'm going to throw up a friendly challenge for you.
All right, I'm getting ready. What's going on?
Okay.
I'll just go for a letter. I wonder what you get first.
Okay. Pick it now.
Yeah? Okay, I got one. So start up.
All right.
Yep.
Attack.
Okay.
I'm missing a siege machine.
You didn't need more.
Bring your own.
Bring
no,
your
no, bring your own.
machine.
Bring your own.
Man.
Don't worry about it.
That's really going to mess
It's going to be
up
the same
my
for both.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Get me off.
Woody,
Yeah, what's up?
a country with F.
France.
Go.
City with F.
Frankfurt. Frankfurt. Germany. Yeah, yeah.
A color with F.
Fiery red.
Fire red. Fire engine red.
Go.
Animal with F.
Fox.
Yes.
Yeah, name with F.
Frank.
Yes.
And anything from Clash of Clans with F.
Free spell.
Oh, nice one.
Nice. Country with G.
Germany.
City with G.
Gor, G, Ja, Ga, Gar, Ger, Gu,
Georgia not a city?
Georgia's not a city, it's a
It's
state.
a state.
Wow, there's people from G cities all over the place right now just cringing their ears off.
Come on, give me the next one. Let's
Color
go.
with G. Color with G.
What?
You weren't allowed to tap anything. You didn't have anything.
Didn't give me the next
Wow.
category.
Just go.
Color with G. Color with G.
Color with G.
Gorns.
Gold.
Gorge.
Animal with G.
Gorilla.
Name
Go
with
for
G.
it.
I'm on the team.
Yo, I gave you 2 on that one to make up for the city. What?
Picking up his own
Name with
rules
G.
now.
Name with G.
Georgia. That's a name.
Anything from Clash of Clans with G.
Green baby
Come on.
dragon. It's a green dragon. Green dragon.
Country with
Giant
H.
goblin. What?
Hi, ho, ha, he, ha, ha.
What?
Hi, ha,
What was
ha.
the question?
H. It's an H.
A country with H.
A country.
with H.
Oh, Hawaiian Empire.
Never mind. City with H.
Here,
Hamburg.
Oh, Hamburg.
Color with H.
I'm on his team.
I'm glad you're helping out now.
Oh, I'm on your team. So.
I could have used that
Color
earlier.
with H.
Color with H. Har, he, ho, ha, ha. He, ho, ho. He, highlighter. Highlighter yellow.
Yes. Highlighter yellow. I
Animal
love it.
with H.
A what?
Animal. With
Hieronymus Bosch. He was an animal.
H. A name with H.
Hieronymus Bosch. He's crazy.
I was just gonna start using
it
the same
okay,
answer.
Anything from Clash of Clans with H.
Heroes.
Oh. I. Country with I.
India.
City.
Islamabad.
Yes. Color.
Indigo. Come
Indigo.
On. Okay,
Oh,
I was like,
animal.
I want to see the LP.
Ink.
Incomplete Delphi.
Delphin.
What? Incomplete what?
Delphi.
Come on, I'm trying to concentrate.
I don't know.
here.
I just don't know. Ifrit?
It's
I don't know.
Ixie. Is that?
Eagle.
What? We're not with H.
Igloo dwelling penguin.
Come on, we're questions running out of time.
Name with E.
Irene.
And anything
my
from Clash of
grandmother.
Clans.
Huh?
Anything from Clash of Clans.
How about I'm about to fail?
Ignorant fail. Blah! Put the rest of them down. You're not giving me categories. What? Spell. Got him.
Still has time left? Okay, I'll give you
40%.
I'll give you that.
40%.
Woody, you were so looking
40%.
swagging a
Got him.
poison spell.
Got him. I'm great.
Welcome back to Educational TV.
I didn't get a siege machine. That's the only reason why it was.
Neither will them. Neither will the player from Aldo. Don't worry, I'll make sure this is fair.
Hey, you try to answer these category questions when you're under fire behind the camera.
Well, that's why I thought that it's a little more fair that you had a little help.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Because
for all the help you gave me.
inferior attacking skill.
Yeah.
is
It just
not
I needed to
compensated
offset
by
a
your
little.
knowledge. Yeah, so it's gonna be tough.
Well,
No insult. They attack way better than I do too. I'm saying. We're
All
up
right,
against
so
it right now.
40%, 0 stars. That's exactly the result we have. Not really what we desired so far.
it wasn't a great army composition either. I gotta just say real quick.
easy.
It was using El Primo.
Stop blaming.
I think it's time to
Save
kill El
El Primo.
Primo. Just
Stop
take him out of the game.
blaming
We don't need
him.
him anymore.
Okay, that's
Stop
it.
blaming him.
That's it.
Done. Just get me LMF.
You want LMF? All right,
Yeah.
I'll bring him over.
I want this real challenge for you.
I'll bring him over here. Hold on. Where's LMF? Good luck to you. You're gonna need it.
Welcome to the desk.
LMF, good to see
All
you.
right, got a microphone for you. Galadon,
LMF.
would you do that? Well, you do it. So
Oh, okay.
you can tip the pad and
You
everything.
know what LMF stands for, right? Likely my favorite.
So you know how this works, right? All good? Great. Okay, so you need to say stop and I'll give you that letter. Say stop.
Stop.
L.
All right.
All right.
You ready?
Okay.
I'm not in
You
the-
need to attack someone. Yeah. That
Oh,
helps.
hey, hold on.
Yeah,
That's
you
my
need to
job.
put up the challenge.
You had to give me more than one task at a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too hard. Do we have? Yeah.
What?
Okay. We got the army.
You don't like my army
All
club?
right. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I'm just scan through it.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So we start and a country with L,
Latvia.
a city with L,
London. Yeah.
London. That's
Hey,
correct.
we're getting help from the peanut
That's
gallery
okay.
over here.
Do something. Do something. You can do something.
Wait.
A color with L.
It just dropped all the El
Lemon.
Primos.
Lemon.
That's correct. That's
yeah.
correct. Go for it. Go
Okay.
for it.
One troop.
And
One troop.
then animal with L.
Lagoon.
Nausicaa. Isn't that the racetrack? Lagoon.
It's
That's not a.
not.
I don't know.
Leguan is,
Yeah.
by the
Oh,
way,
yeah,
one.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
Drop
We
one.
go with
This
it.
one.
Name
This
with
one.
L.
Larry.
Anything from
Larry
Clash
the
of Clans.
Skeleton. That was from Clash of Clans.
Also Larry.
Yep.
Oh.
I like it.
Country with M.
Country. Macedonia.
Ooh, that's what I was.
Ooh, wow. City with M.
Montreal.
Madrid.
I say Montreal, he goes for Madrid. Color with M.
Marshmallow. Is that color?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Why? Yeah, I go with
yeah,
that.
we're totally fine with that. Animal with M.
Monkey.
The Mega Dragon. Name with M.
Mary.
And anything from Clash of Clans with M.
Must destroy this base.
Yeah, woo! Country with N.
New Zealand.
Ooh, yes. City with N.
New York.
Color with N.
One troop at a time.
Color with N.
Oh yeah, night blue.
Neon.
Light
Just
blue.
add whatever you want. Animal with N. Look how we relaxed these compared to Woody.
Well, yeah, look where he is in percentage. He's pretty much clinched it right here.
Animal with an N.
Take your time. You got like a minute and
Yeah.
5 seconds left, I'd say.
You are allowed to support him, that's fine. We look for an animal with N. Not there yet. We cannot there.
These guys are so
Where are we?
These guys are so Nightwolf.
Name with N.
Nancy.
Yeah, and anything from Clash of Clans with an N.
Not attack my base.
Not attacking my base. I like it.
Country
It's a
with
tie.
O.
It's a tie right now.
Country with O. Tie. 40%. Need to do something.
25
Country.
seconds.
Oh dear. That's, by the way, not a country.
Country with O.
Oh.
Country with O.
Oh. Chat. Country with O.
Quick, I want to see countries with O in the chat.
There must be one.
Yeah, that's true. Woody?
Oh,
Not
production
going to
has
help my opponent, Galadon.
Guess
Oh,
what?
oh, yeah.
Guess what? It's a tie! It's a tie! Let's go!
By the way,
Got
just to be sure, there was a country with O, Oman.
Oman.
Oh.
Wow. I bet you that's,
But
all,
I
over
have
the,
to-
I
I
bet
have
you that's
to
all over the chat
Oman.
right now.
Yeah, but I have to say, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't
That was
know.
a tough one.
Production told me. Thanks for playing with us. A tie. We finally
Congratulations.
found a game that we can at least get a tie.
Yep.
Well played.
Oman. That was not easy. Is there any other?
No, that's a tough
Was that the only
No, I'm sure there's
available
more
option?
countries with an O, but thank you very much for that, because we did pull out the tie right there at the last second.
But he was way more relaxed than Woody. He was like, yep,
Good job, Woody.
easy.
You tied them.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel good about that.
So
I'm
you
gonna
good
go
in
home.
geography,
sleep
you're
it
good
off,
with animals, and
try again tomorrow.
playing Clash of Clans. All at once.
And colors.
Oh,
and
he left-
colors.
he left his, is this your phone?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's Save El Primo's phone. Oh, that's
Yeah, that's Save El Primo's phone.
This is the end of day 5. We will return, not like a return of the king, so we won't go to grave right after, but we will return tomorrow for day 6. That means thank you, Woody, and thank you, Save El Primo, formerly known as Galadon.
I just want to point out, I've been playing this game for 6 years. I have never changed my name, ever in the game. This was my first name change. It was free, and I'm now #Save El Primo.
Let me see.
Right there.
Yeah, it's actually true.
Some
Save
dedication
premium.
there.
Look me up.
That's some dedication right there.
And I
Well, I'll be
expect
playing El
many
Primo
others
in Brawl
to do it too.
Stars. My name is Woody, staying as Woody for now. And it's been a pleasure casting with you today, Galadon and Renee. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. We hope that you enjoyed Clan War League Season 3. This is only just the 5th day, and Mao Dao has got a lot of stars left to claim in the next couple of days if they want to advance up to Champions League 1.
So much more to grab from Mardo. We heard it. That all of that will happen on day 6. Obviously, that's tomorrow, 1 p.m. CET, so don't miss any of that. Also, my name didn't change. I'm still Renee, and I still see you there.
Used to be Galadon.
部落经常举行聚会，在现实生活中见到他们，可以用一见如故来形容。
我们部落在11月23号，就在上个月，在香港就有一次聚会，然后之前也有好几次。然后聚会见到大家的话，就是终于有机会跟大神近距离的接触，然后看大神就在我旁边打部落战，那个感觉真的很不一般。因为以前经常我们部落也偶尔会有直播嘛，我如果看他们比赛的话，更多是在直播中或者是在部落战里面直接观战这样子。然后这一次直接他们就在我身边，这感觉难以描述啊，就挺好的。
我们这个部落还算是经常聚会的那种。我们11月23号才在中国香港聚完会嘛，当时也有10多20个人，很热闹的那一种。我们经常也会线下办聚会那种。
我们每年都会聚1、2次，然后就大家聚在一起玩游戏啊，吃饭都挺好的。
我们是会经常聚会的。我们刚聚会在香港聚会完，遇见游戏里面的小伙伴，一个最大的感受就是差别很大。他们游戏里面可能会很活跃，然后话很多但现实里面可能会比较害羞。